Welcome to Read Great Minds. Power is not just about strength. It's about strategy, timing, perception, and control. Today's audiobook-style summary is based on The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, one of the most talked about books on influence, human behavior, and winning the invisible game that shapes careers, relationships, and success. In this audiobook summary, we'll break down the most important laws in a simple, practical way, so you understand how power works, how people think, and how to protect yourself from manipulation. If you enjoy deep, mind-expanding book summaries, make sure you subscribe to Read Great Minds and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next one. Now, take a deep breath. Focus in. Let's begin. Law 1. Never outshine the master. Never go ahead of your master. The first and most important law of power is don't try to shine brighter than your master. This law clearly teaches us that when you work with someone who is more powerful or influential than you, never let them feel that you are trying to become better or bigger than them. What happens when you break this law? When you try to outdo your master, you increase their fear and jealousy. This is natural. Every person wants to protect their position and power. If they feel you can become a threat, they won't hesitate to eliminate you. Lesson from a story. The court of France's King Louis was famous for its grandeur. His minister, François Fouquet, organized a lavish party to impress the king. But the party was so grand that the king felt that Fouquet. As a result, Fouquet was immediately arrested, and his life was ruined. What should you do? Always make your master or boss feel that their power, knowledge, and prestige are above everything. Make them believe you are a supporter, not a competitor. Present your capability in a way that your success looks like their success. Remember, when you respect your master's shine, you can become a shareholder in their power. But if you challenge them, you become their biggest enemy. Message. To achieve your goals, play smart. Understand the other person's emotions and ego, and respect them. If you want to become powerful, play the game wisely. Don't try to outshine your master. Become a part of their power. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Don't trust friends too much. Learn to use enemies. The second law teaches you to be careful in relationships with friends. Friends can sometimes take advantage of your weakness. Instead, bring enemies to your side wisely. Why is trusting friends too much dangerous? Friends often take your success lightly. Sometimes their jealousy or insecurity can harm you. How to use enemies. Bringing an enemy with you can be surprising. They will work hard to prove their loyalty and may become more faithful. Lesson from a story. Italy's great political figure Cesare Borgia. Dari di Reamer did excellent work, but when the work was finished, he eliminated him. This step. What should you do? Maintain distance and intelligence in relationships. Give enemies opportunities, but stay alert with them. Don't let emotions dominate your relationships. Message. The game of power depends on understanding friends and enemies correctly. What you see is not always the truth. So stay smart and take every step thoughtfully. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. Keep your intentions hidden. The third law teaches that never openly reveal your real intentions. When people know your intentions, they start playing moves against you. Always keep your actions mysterious. Why is it necessary to hide intentions? People are naturally curious. If they understand your intentions, they will try to block your path. Instead, weave a web of confusion and keep them away from your real plans. Example. In the 19th century, Otto von Bismarck let his political opponents think they were defeating him. But in reality, Bismarck implemented his plans so secretly that opponents didn't even realize they had already fallen into his trap. What should you do? Keep a simple appearance in your words and actions. Mislead others with signals in the wrong direction. Hide your plans so people cannot recognize your real strength. Message. Keep your intentions hidden. By doing this, you will not only stay safe, but you will also execute your plans successfully. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. Always speak less than necessary. The fourth law says, whenever you speak, speak thoughtfully. Speaking too much can reveal your weakness and real intentions. Powerful people speak less and use silence as a form of strength. Why is talking too much dangerous? When you talk too much, you unintentionally reveal your plans, weaknesses, or emotions. This gives others a chance to use it against you. Example. Louis XIV was known for his silence. He spoke very little in his court, which made courtiers feel he knew everything. This habit made him powerful and mysterious. What should you do? Speak less, but make every word impactful. Listen more to others. Use your silence in your favor. Message: a crucial rule of power is speaking less. By speaking less, you can appear mysterious and influential and maintain your power. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Your reputation matters greatly. Protect it like your life. The 5th law says your reputation is your most valuable asset. It makes you powerful and protects you from challenges. If your reputation is damaged, rebuilding it is extremely difficult. Importance of reputation. People focus more on your reputation than your identity or work. It works like a shield. If the shield weakens, you can become a target of attacks. Example: Julius Caesar built his reputation so strongly that when he tried to take control of Rome, people did not turn against him. His reputation was his greatest strength. What should you do? Always protect your image. Avoid controversies that can damage your reputation. Never miss a chance to break your opponent's reputation. Message: make your reputation your power and protect it at any cost. It is your greatest capital in life. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. Attract attention at any cost. The 6th law says that in the game of power, showmanship and attention are the most important weapons. If people don't notice you, you cannot become powerful. Why is attention necessary? If you stay hidden, the world won't feel your presence. Attention puts you ahead in every situation. Example: Pablo Picasso became famous not only through talent, but through his unique, attention-grabbing style. He constantly made himself the topic of discussion. What should you do? Make your presence powerful and unique. Do something that makes you stand out. Sometimes use controversy, because it is also a way to attract attention. Message: the game of power revolves around attention. If you want it, don't hide. Make your presence felt. Attention is power. Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Make others work, but always take the credit. The 7th law teaches you to save your energy and time by using others' efforts. Those who use others' work smartly can accelerate success. But remember, you should take the credit. Why is it beneficial? Using others' effort saves your resources and gives you opportunities to reach greater heights. Example: Thomas Edison is known as a great inventor, but many inventions were the result of his assistant's work. Still, Edison took credit and strengthened his branding. What should you do? Use people's skills correctly. Keep your image in front. Take credit in a way that people see it as your capability. Message: turn others' effort into your success, but take the credit. This is the smart way to work. Law 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. Make others come to you. Use bait if needed. The 8th law says, to become powerful, you must keep your position strong. Never run after others. Instead, force them to come to you on your terms. Why is it important? If you go to others, you look weak. But when people come to you, you appear powerful and influential. Example: in 19th century diplomacy, Talleyrand never chased enemies. He created situations where enemies came to him for help, strengthening his position. What should you do? Create strategies that force people to come to you. Use bait or temptation if needed. Keep decisions and situations under your control. Message: the game of power belongs to those who keep themselves at the center. Pull others toward you and turn situations in your favor. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Win through actions, not arguments. The 9th law teaches that trying to win arguments wastes your time and energy. Arguments don't change minds. Instead, use actions to create such an impact that people accept your point. Why are arguments dangerous? Arguments can hurt the other person's ego and increase hostility. People are influenced more by emotions and experiences than logic. Arguments can expose your weaknesses. Example: instead of arguing with the church, Galileo presented his discoveries in a way that even opponents were impressed. He made his point through actions, not debates. What should you do? Use actions to prove yourself. Stay calm and controlled so others feel your strength. Don't waste energy in arguments. Message: to win, you must show more than you speak. Inspire people through action. This is real power. You are listening to the 48 Laws of Power, only on eAudio FM. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. Stay away from negative and unlucky people. The 10th law says that people surrounded by negativity and bad luck can drag you down too. By staying with them, you can become a victim of their problems. Why is negativity dangerous? Negative people blame others. Their company weakens your thinking and working ability. The energy of their failure can dominate you. Example: during the French Revolution, Count Mirabeau stayed away from people constantly stuck in problems. He chose strong and positive allies, so he maintained influence in politics for a long time. What should you do? Stay with positive and successful people. Keep distance from negative and unlucky people. Invest your energy in things that move you forward. Message: your company is your power. Stay with the right people and avoid negativity. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Learn to keep others dependent on you. The game of power stays in your favor when people depend on you. If people become self-sufficient without you, your power can disappear when they no longer need you. This law means maintain your usefulness. What happens when people depend on you? They cannot go against your will. You can influence their decisions and actions. Their attachment and respect increase. A story: Napoleon Bonaparte kept his advisors and army dependent on him. He never fully revealed all plans, keeping people dependent on his guidance. What should you do? Make your expertise necessary for others. Don't empower someone so much that they become your replacement. Ensure people feel your usefulness. Message: to keep power, don't let others step out of your shadow. As long as they depend on you, your power remains unbreakable. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. Disarm with selective honesty and generosity. This law says, sometimes showing a little honesty or generosity can win over enemies and critics. When you display honesty at the right time, the other person doubts you less, and you achieve your goal easily. Why does it work? People see generosity as weakness and stay unaware of your real plan. It can temporarily make enemies trusting. It also protects your image from negativity. Lesson from a story. In the 16th century, Machiavelli disarmed opponents with small acts of generosity and honesty. When they believed he was not a threat, he executed his real plan. What should you do? Use generosity and honesty at the right time. Make it a strategy, not a habit. Confuse people so they cannot identify your power. Message: selective honesty and generosity can be your greatest strategic strength. Use it cleverly and weaken your enemies. Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. When you ask for help, focus on self-interest, not mercy or gratitude. If you expect help from someone, forget the idea that they will help you due to emotions or past favors. People think about their benefit. Recognize their self-interest and connect your request to their advantage. Why is understanding self-interest important? Mercy or gratitude is temporary, but self-interest is a strong motivation. When you use self-interest, you secure support. Story: in the 14th century, a merchant in Genoa sought help from powerful politicians to save his sinking company. He identified their interests and showed how his company's success would benefit them too. The politicians helped immediately. What should you do? Understand what the person wants. Present your plan so it looks like their success too. Don't make emotional appeals. People see it as weakness. Message: recognizing and using self-interest is an art. Learn it and increase your power. Law 14. Pose as a friend. Work as a spy. Act like a friend, but work like a spy. This law says, in the game of power, information is the greatest strength. The more you know, the more powerful you become. Get close to people, learn their plans, strengths, and weaknesses, but don't let them understand your real intention. Why is information the greatest power? It keeps you one step ahead. Knowing an enemy's weakness helps you defeat them. It helps you make the right decisions. Story: the famous French diplomat Talleyrand always presented himself as a friend. He learned opponents' strategies like a spy and used it against them. This skill made him unbeatable. What should you do? Win trust by being friendly. Listen carefully and use information in your favor. Never reveal your real intention. Message: in the game of power, information is the biggest weapon. Use it wisely and strengthen your control. Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. Destroy your enemy completely. In the game of power, You should not show mercy or softness toward enemies. If you don't eliminate them completely, they can regain power and become a threat again. A half victory gives them time and courage, but total destruction keeps you safe. Why is it necessary? An incomplete attack lets the enemy stand again. Their anger and revenge grow. A complete win makes your power permanent. Story. In an old war, the Romans almost defeated Carthage but did not destroy it completely. Years later, Carthage rebuilt and became a major threat. The Romans learned that total defeat is the only solution. What should you do? Whenever possible, defeat enemies completely. Don't take half decisions. Make victory decisive and leave no route for their return. Message. Only complete destruction brings true victory. Mercy can make you weak. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Use absence to increase respect and honor. This law says, being always present can reduce your power. When you are always available, people take you lightly. But when you limit your presence, people respect you more and pay more attention. Why does absence work? People value what is rare. When you are absent, they feel your lack and understand your importance. It makes your image mysterious and attractive. Story. The great Chinese strategist Zhuge Liang used absence cleverly. When he was absent from meetings, people valued his advice and presence more. This increased his power and respect. What should you do? Don't be available all the time. Limit your presence so people feel your absence. When you return, make it feel like a major event. Message. Use absence correctly. It makes you and your power more valuable and respected. If you are enjoying this audiobook, quickly subscribe to the eAudio FM channel. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Keep others in fear. Maintain unpredictability. The biggest strategy in the game of power is to make sure people cannot predict your next step. When you are unpredictable, people stay confused and cannot build a solid plan against you. This creates fear for enemies and critics. Why does unpredictability work? It weakens enemies mentally. People fear your actions because they cannot guess what you will do. It makes your personality mysterious and powerful. Example. In the 19th century, Russia's Tsar Ivan the Terrible used unpredictability to intimidate opponents, sometimes appearing kind, sometimes cruel. This confused opponents and weakened them. What should you do? Change strategies and behavior often. Take surprising steps so people stay alert. Hide your real intention. Message. Unpredictability is a weapon that destabilizes enemies and keeps you one step ahead. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Don't isolate yourself. Isolation is dangerous. This law says power works best when you stay connected with people. If you distance yourself, you become weaker and lose information and support. Isolation is a symbol of weakness, not strength. Why is isolation dangerous? You don't get the right information at the right time. Enemies can target you easily when you are alone. You lose influence. Example. China's Emperor Qin Shi Huang isolated himself in a large fortress and became cut off from his empire. As a result, he missed information about rebellion and conspiracies, and his power was taken away. What should you do? Stay connected with people and understand their intentions. Strengthen your network and support. Avoid isolation. Message. Power is in connection. By staying among people, you stay safe and increase your influence. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Know who you're dealing with. Don't offend the wrong person. Every person is different, and understanding their limits is crucial. If you offend someone more dangerous or revengeful than you, you can land in serious trouble. Be smart. Read people and behave accordingly. Why is it necessary? Some people hold grudges for a long time. Everyone has different strengths and weaknesses. Offending the wrong person can weaken your position. Story. Persia's King Cyrus the Great insulted a small kingdom's king, thinking he could defeat him easily. But the king never forgot the insult and plotted against Cyrus for years, causing a major setback to Cyrus's expansion plans. What should you do? Try to understand what kind of person you are dealing with. Control your words and actions wisely. Don't make mistakes in understanding enemies and respecting their strengths. Message. Avoid offending the wrong person. Understand people around you and respect their limits. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. Don't show complete commitment to anyone. The 20th law says, To remain powerful, maintain your independence. Being fully committed to a person or group can cost you your freedom. Keep your loyalty uncertain so people struggle to win you over. Why is commitment dangerous? When you become fully loyal, you become part of their power. Your freedom is taken away and options become limited. People start taking you lightly. Story: Machiavelli never supported one side completely. He maintained neutrality, making both sides try to win him. This kept him influential and powerful. What should you do? Prioritize your independence. Keep your loyalty in a way that people keep trying for your support. Manage your position so you stay important to both sides. Message: maintain independence. Don't fully commit to one side. Keep options open and let people compete for you. Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. Act foolish so you can trap the target. If you show your full strength, you may create fear and resistance. But if you appear harmless or foolish, the other person will see you as weak and try to exploit you, making it easier to trap them. Why does this work? People try to deceive those they think are weaker. If you make someone believe they can fool you, they become the victim of your strategy. Example: in the 18th century, the clever French politician Talleyrand often acted limited and foolish so opponents underestimated him. He used this technique to deceive enemies and slowly gain control of power. What should you do? Never appear completely unbeatable. When you get the chance, act weak and simple. Don't let people correctly estimate your abilities. Keep them confused. Message: be smart. Don't show your full power. Appearing slightly weak gives others the chance to fall into your trap. Law 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. Use surrender as a tactic. Turn weakness into power. If you are in a weak position, make the other side believe you have surrendered, but this surrender is only a strategy. It can deceive your enemy and slowly weaken their strength. Why does surrender create power? When you accept defeat, the other side assumes you are weak and tries to exploit you fully. This gives you time to rebuild and rise again. Example: Genghis Khan allowed parts of his army to surrender strategically. This confused enemies and weakened their moves. Later, he attacked again and defeated them completely. What should you do? When weak, act like you surrender. Make them believe you won't challenge them, but use this surrender to rebuild and rise again. Message: to turn weakness into power, you must surrender strategically. It deceives your enemy and gives you the chance to move forward. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Focus your strength. This law teaches: focus your energy, time, and resources in one direction. When you split your strength across many places, impact weakens. When concentrated, you achieve goals more effectively. Why is focus necessary? When energy spreads, progress slows. Concentrated force makes you fast and precise and keeps you ahead. Story: Napoleon Bonaparte kept his army concentrated. He did not divide it across many fronts. This strategy gave him major victories. What should you do? Decide priorities. Put time and strength into one target. Don't waste energy on unnecessary things. Message: focused strength is real strength. When you put your full power into one goal, you can achieve it easily. Law 24. Play the perfect courtier. Play the role of the perfect courtier. In the game of power, adjust your behavior so you are desirable and influential. Like courtiers, use presence, words, and actions to influence others. Why is it important? It makes you attractive and necessary. You can get your way without hurting egos. People like you, so your influence grows. Story: in Louis XIV's court, Count Belfort won the king's trust with humility, cleverness, and charm. He strengthened his position and outperformed other courtiers. What should you do? Keep speech and actions polite and smart. Respect egos and praise others. Don't reveal real intentions. Message: by acting as the perfect courtier, you can increase power and stabilize your position. Being influential and attractive is real power. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Rebuild yourself. Create your identity and image as you choose. Don't remain trapped by others' rules and expectations. When you recreate yourself, you live on your terms and influence people. Why is it necessary? It helps you break weakness and create a unique identity. It increases freedom and power. Story: Leonardo da Vinci did not limit himself to painting. He expanded into science, engineering, and more. This unique identity kept him relevant for ages. What should you do? Break old limits and develop new skills. Build an image that highlights your diversity. Don't live by others' expectations. Set your own rules. Message: recreating your image repeatedly is your greatest strength. It keeps you distinct and relevant. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. Keep your hands clean. Keep your image spotless. No matter how tough the situation is, don't let blame or dirt fall on you. If harsh steps are needed, make others do it. Why is it important? A clean image makes you trusted and influential. Accusations weaken power. A spotless image brings long-term success. Story: in the 18th century, Louis XIV did not take harsh decisions directly. He made courtiers and ministers do difficult tasks, keeping his public image kind and fair. What should you do? Protect your image. Use others for difficult tasks. If stuck in controversy, appear separate from it. Message: keep your image clean and trustworthy. If it gets stained, your power weakens. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Use people's need to believe, build a cult-like following. People always need something to believe in. Use that need to attract them to your ideas and leadership. Create an environment where people accept you and follow you like they belong to a cult. Why is belief important? People seek purpose and leadership. If you give them a bigger purpose, they become loyal. This lifts you above the crowd. Example: Steve Jobs created an almost cult-like Apple brand. He made people believe Apple products were not just tech, but a lifestyle and philosophy, creating a loyal community. What should you do? Make ideas attractive. Make followers feel they are part of something special. Inspire and unify them. Message: use the human tendency to believe. When you build a cult-like following, your power becomes unbreakable. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. Start action with boldness. Begin any task with confidence and courage. Half-hearted actions have no impact. Bold actions make you stand out and appear powerful. Why is boldness necessary? It weakens critics. People respect confidence. Boldness helps you take risks. Example: Alexander the Great led from the front in campaigns. His courage deeply influenced his army and enemies. What should you do? Show confidence at the start. Execute plans boldly. Don't fear risks. Manage them wisely. Message: bold, confident action multiplies power. Leave fear behind and act with determination. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. Plan until the end. When you start something, plan it fully to the end. Half plans cause failure. Thinking till the end helps you identify problems and stop them. Why is it important? It gives clarity and focus. It helps you avoid dangers. It helps maintain control. Example: Napoleon made deep, long plans in wars. He thought every step in advance, controlling his army and shocking enemies. What should you do? Analyze the situation and plan to the end. Anticipate risks and challenges. Keep flexibility to adjust if needed. Message: power and success come from complete planning. Think to the end and move with strategy. Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Make achievements look easy. Success looks more powerful when it seems natural. If you show struggle, people may value success less. When your achievements appear effortless, they look magical and inspiring. Why does it work? People admire the natural and smooth. Your talent stays mysterious. It makes you charismatic. Example: Michelangelo presented his art so skillfully that people believed it came easily. He didn't speak about struggle, making his work seem even more miraculous. What should you do? Keep effort behind the scenes. Present achievements as natural. Keep your power mysterious. Message: making success look effortless is an art. When you appear charismatic, people admire your power and achievements more. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. Control options. Make others play with your cards. Make people feel they have choices, but actually you decide the options. This keeps you in control, and the other person unknowingly follows your terms. Why is it important? Options give a feeling of freedom, but you control decisions. It helps you keep the upper hand. Story: Hannibal made enemies feel there were many ways to win, but he limited every option, so they ended up trapped in his plan and lost. What should you do? Create options where every option benefits you. Give the illusion of freedom, but trap them in your strategy. Don't reveal full truth. Message: give others the illusion of freedom and control them through choices. Provide the right options and keep the game in your hands. If you are searching for motivation, knowledge, and power to change your life, then don't delay. Subscribe to eAudio FM and join this exciting journey of knowledge. Your goals, your success, and our support. Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. Play to people's fantasies. Everyone has an inner world made of dreams and fantasies. Reality is hard, so people escape into imagination. If you understand their fantasies and give them an experience like their dreams, they begin to worship you. Why is it powerful? In reality, people feel limited, but in fantasy, they feel free. Whoever seems to fulfill desires rules hearts and minds. Story. In 14th century Florence, a magician John Polo claimed he could make people experience walking on an invisible bridge to heaven. He created an atmosphere that made fantasies feel real. People became obsessed, and crowds gathered. What should you do? Understand what people desire. Make fantasies feel alive through stories and plans. Stay mysterious so people see you as part of their fantasy. What not to do? Don't expose harsh reality fully. Don't break their fantasies with blunt truth. Don't promise directly. Pull them gradually into that world. Message: by stepping into people's fantasy world, you can rule their hearts. The power belongs to those who can weave the magic of imagination. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Find each person's weak spot. Everyone has a weak nerve that, when touched, can bring them under your control. To gain power, understand others' weaknesses, desires, fears, and emotions. Then use the biggest weakness in your favor. Why is it necessary? Everyone has some weakness. Understanding it makes control easier, often without conflict. Story. In 17th century France, Cardinal Richelieu learned his rival's weaknesses, fear, greed, secret desires, and used them to bring opponents to his side, stabilizing power. What should you do? Listen carefully. Read emotions and actions. Identify desires and fears. Use them quietly. What not to do? Don't openly expose weakness. Don't let them realize you are using it. Never mock a weakness. Message. Inside every person is a point that affects them most. Find it and use it. This can give you victory without struggle. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. Be royal in your style. Act like a king. If you see yourself as great and show it in behavior, others will see you the same way. To influence others, first believe in yourself and present yourself royally. Why does it work? People respect those who appear powerful and confident. Your image becomes your identity. If you look weak, people treat you as weak. Story. Napoleon Bonaparte, from soldier to emperor, always presented himself powerfully and royally. His confidence and image impressed people and shocked enemies. What should you do? Be confident. Show firmness. Present yourself as powerful and attractive. Maintain control and show you command the situation. What not to do? Don't appear small or helpless. Don't expose weaknesses. Don't be shaken by criticism. Message. To be treated like a king, act like a king. This is the biggest secret of confidence and power. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Master timing. Right timing is crucial. Even if you are ready, if timing is wrong, the plan can fail. Wait for the right moment and time your moves carefully. Why is timing important? Haste weakens strategy. Delay loses opportunity. Acting at the right time puts you ahead. Story. Julius Caesar waited for the right moment to seize Rome. When the opposing army weakened, he attacked and won without heavy loss. What should you do? Be patient. Analyze conditions. Decide when to act. Control others' pace. Trap enemies in haste or delay while you act on time. What not to do? Don't reveal plans in haste. Don't act under pressure. Don't act without thinking. Message. Time is power's biggest weapon. When you act at the right moment, victory is yours. Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. Ignore what you can't have. Ignoring is the best revenge. If something is out of reach or trying to harm you, giving it attention shows weakness. Ignoring it strengthens you and makes the other side feel powerless. Why is ignoring important? Attention gives power to others. Ignoring keeps your dignity and signals they are insignificant. Story. A rival insulted Napoleon publicly. Napoleon didn't react and ignored him completely. The rival becoming irrelevant was Napoleon's biggest win. What should you do? Control emotions. Don't react to things that weaken you. Save energy. Stay focused on what benefits you. What not to do? Don't react to small things. Don't let enemies feel they affect you. Don't feed their power with attention. Message: ignoring what can harm you is real strength. Put attention where you gain real value. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. Create compelling displays. Visuals are more powerful than words. People remember what shocks and ignites imagination. Express power through memorable displays, not only words. Why is it powerful? Words can be forgotten. Visuals imprint on minds. Displays multiply influence. Story: ancient Egyptian pharaohs built pyramids and monuments to display power and stability. People saw these visuals as proof of strength and revered them. What should you do? Use strong visuals. Make achievements and plans grand and memorable. Use symbols and images that stay in minds. What not to do? Don't present plans plainly. Don't rely only on words. Don't make displays confusing. Message: express your message visually. A great spectacle can permanently establish your power. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. Think as you wish, but behave like others. Your beliefs may differ, but openly expressing them can create criticism and resistance. Keep your unique thinking inside and behave outwardly in a socially acceptable way. Why is it important? People dislike those who challenge their beliefs openly. Hiding thoughts avoids conflict. Social acceptance helps you increase influence. Story: in 16th century Italy, a scholar openly opposed church beliefs and was punished, losing fame and power. If he had hidden his thinking, he could have achieved goals. What should you do? Keep thoughts private. Blend outward behavior with society. Wait for the right moment to present unique thinking. What not to do? Don't force your thinking. Don't directly challenge traditions. Don't make people feel you think you're superior. Message: keep beliefs private. Behave in harmony outwardly. This balance makes you powerful. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Make the water muddy so you can catch fish. If you disturb and confuse enemies, you can control them. When people are angry or emotional, they make wrong decisions, giving you a chance to defeat them. Why does it work? Anger exposes weakness. Confusion destroys strategy. Emotional instability lets you control them. What should you do? Create situations that increase their anger and confusion. Stay calm yourself. Use their emotional mistakes to your advantage. What not to do? Don't lose yourself in anger. Don't disturb without plan. Don't reveal strategy in haste. Message: controlling others' emotions can multiply your power. Make them unstable, then use their wrong decisions. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. Be careful with free things. Free things can steal your freedom and respect. When you pay the price, you protect dignity and increase strength. Why are free things dangerous? Free offers often hide motives. They can make you dependent and weaken self-reliance. Story: 19th century industrialist Andrew Carnegie refused to accept things for free. He relied on his effort and resources, keeping independence and reputation strong. What should you do? Pay for things. Understand motives behind free offers. Stay self-reliant. What not to do? Don't accept free things immediately. Don't take generosity lightly. Don't mortgage independence. Message: avoid the trap of free things. Make self-reliance your real power. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Avoid replacing a great person. If you become successor to a great person, you will always be compared to them. Their image is so strong that people may never see you as equal. Create your own identity and step out of their shadow. Why is it important? Your achievements may be undervalued. You may fail to build your identity. You also inherit their criticism. Story: after Alexander the Great's death, commanders tried to manage the empire, but Alexander's greatness was unmatched and the empire soon fragmented. What should you do? Build your identity. Bring a new approach. Avoid comparisons and show uniqueness. What not to do? Don't copy their style fully. Don't limit yourself under their shadow. Message: don't replace great people. Create your own identity and rule with your unique strength. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Hit the leader and the group scatters. To control a group, target the leader first. When the leader is removed, or weakened, the group falls apart and becomes easier to control. Why does it work? A group's strength is centered in its leader. When the leader falls, morale breaks and followers scatter. Story. In ancient China, to crush a rebellion, the emperor captured the main leader. Without the leader, followers scattered and rebellion ended with minimal damage. What should you do? Identify the leader. Weaken or remove the leader. Control the group afterward. What not to do? Don't attack every member. Don't attack the leader without plan. Don't weaken strategy with emotions. Message. A group's power is in its leader. Remove the leader and the group becomes controllable. Law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Win hearts and minds. Power is not only fear and control. Real power comes when you win hearts and minds. When people support you willingly, your power becomes stable and unbeatable. Why is it effective? Emotional connection makes people accept your leadership. It is based on respect and trust, not force. Story. Genghis Khan was known not only for cruelty, but also generosity and wisdom. After defeating enemies, he gave people freedom to follow their customs, creating stability and unity. What should you do? Build emotional connection. Solve needs and problems. Treat everyone with respect. Create a positive image. What not to do? Don't rely only on fear. Don't ignore emotions. Don't take supporters lightly. Message. The real game of power is winning hearts and minds. When people support you willingly, your power becomes strong and lasting. Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Use the mirror effect. If you reflect people's own behavior back at them, they become confused and angry. The mirror effect makes them unstable by exposing their weaknesses. Why is it powerful? People don't easily accept faults. When shown their reflection, they panic. This makes them weak. Story. In the 18th century, a French diplomat responded by mirroring enemies' words and actions. Enemies became confused and angry and made mistakes. What should you do? Study behavior, mirror it, and reflect their weakness. Stay calm while they lose control. What not to do? Don't use it without plan. Don't attack directly. Don't reveal strategy. Message. The mirror effect can destabilize enemies. Use it wisely and increase power through their mistakes. Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Promote change, but don't change too much at once. People may accept the idea of change, but sudden or extreme change can scare them and create resistance. Bring change gradually so people accept it. Why is gradual change necessary? People are attached to habits and traditions. Big sudden reforms lose support. Gradual change feels natural. Story. Napoleon III made many social changes gradually and explained benefits. This stabilized reforms and empire. What should you do? Make people feel change benefits them. Apply reforms in parts. Prepare people mentally. What not to do? Don't impose harsh, sudden reforms. Don't scare people. Don't ignore traditions. Message. The art of change is gradual implementation. If done right, people accept and support you. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Don't appear too perfect. If you make others feel you are better in everything, you trigger jealousy and opposition. Showing some flaws makes you human and acceptable. Why is perfection dangerous? People naturally feel envy. Perfection makes them uncomfortable and can unite them against you. Story. A French king tried to appear unique and perfect, creating jealousy in courtiers. In contrast, some courtiers gained support by showing human flaws. What should you do? Show small weaknesses sometimes. Maintain balance of strength and imperfection. Avoid triggering envy. What not to do? Don't always try to look unique. Don't make others feel inferior. Don't present strength in a way that makes people uncomfortable. Message. The show of perfection can turn people against you. Balance strength and humanity to strengthen power. Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop. Don't go beyond your target. Know when to stop. When you are winning, control ambition. Greed and overconfidence can put you in danger. When the goal is achieved, stop and strengthen your position. Why is stopping important? After victory, pushing further gives enemies a chance to reorganize. Greed creates mistakes. Constant expansion can lead to downfall. Story. Napoleon couldn't control his hunger for victory and kept expanding until his army weakened and he was defeated in Russia. If he had stopped in time, his empire could have remained unbroken. What should you do? Define your stopping point from the beginning. Consolidate after victory. Control greed. What not to do? Don't make mistakes trying to extend victory. Don't give others chances to exploit weakness. Don't waste power in overambition. Message: the real secret of victory is knowing when to stop. Celebrate success and stabilize your position instead of taking unnecessary risks. Law 48. Assume formlessness. Be formless. The final and most important law says you must adapt according to time and situation. If you become fixed, you become predictable and weak. Stay flexible and unpredictable so enemies cannot understand you. Why is being formless necessary? It makes you adaptable and unbeatable. Enemies cannot predict your intentions and plans. Story: Genghis Khan never kept his army fixed in one place. It stayed mobile and flexible, so enemies never knew where the attack would come from. This made him unbeatable. What should you do? Be flexible. Keep changing strategy and behavior. Stay unpredictable. Don't lock yourself into one structure or habit. What not to do? Don't become predictable or fixed. Don't rely on one strategy. Don't reveal plans fully. Message: the real essence of power is flexibility and unpredictability. When you become formless, you can face every challenge and remain unbeatable. So friends, you listened to and understood all the important laws of the 48 Laws of Power. This book gives priceless lessons to move ahead in the game of power, strategy, and success. If there's one key takeaway, it's this: power is always present, whether you understand it or not. The real advantage comes when you learn the game, read people clearly, and move with strategy instead of emotion. If this summary helped you, my friend, like and share the video. It supports the channel a lot. Comment which law hit you the hardest, and which one you want a deeper breakdown on next. And if you're serious about upgrading your mindset, make sure you subscribe to Read Great Minds for more powerful audiobook summaries every week. Thank you.